Hey guys, it's Kathy. Welcome to my basement studio. Yes, I have a studio. It's in my basement. I wanted to talk about this stuff, pouring medium. Now, most people will use this for acrylic pour paintings, and I'm sure it's great. I don't do those, at least not yet. I haven't done them, but I've been using this as like spot gloss, dimensional spot gloss for paintings and for pieces. And I wanted to show you how I use it because it's kind of like this awesome thing that I never knew existed and could be used in the way that I'm using it. It's kind of like everything I've been looking for. This, I think, does something similar. And also there's Mod Podge Dimensional Magic, which also does a dimensional gloss that looks like resin, but it's not. And that's what's so special about this stuff to me, is I love the look of resin. I do not want to use resin. I don't want to be anywhere near resin. I don't want to do like all the mixing. I don't want the fumes. It's not good to breathe in, you know, for all the reasons. Price-wise, Mod Podge Dimensional Magic is like, it's like $12 a bottle, and it's a 2-ounce bottle. Ranger Glossy Accents is less expensive. It's about $7 to $8 for a 2-ounce bottle. This stuff is 8 ounces for $20, and that's without like a discount. I think I can get this cheaper. I see a little tiny bottle of Dimensional Magic, like 2 ounces for $15. Like, seriously, I would much rather have a $20 8-ounce bottle. I only use it for like, you'll see how I use it. I'm gonna show you. I'm super excited about this stuff. Let's go. There's a 4-inch wood slice. These are called advice slices. I make them there in my Etsy shop. You can check them out if you would like. Today we're gonna glaze this one. And I wanna show you at the end of this video what they look like when they're glazed. They're so pretty. Take this. I put it in a little bottle like this, so I have an easy way to apply. I have one of these, which is like a pottery tool, style tool, and I highly recommend using, if you're gonna be doing it the way that I'm using it, I highly recommend one of these. This is the best thing that I have found to use to move around and like spot gloss your artwork. This is called a color shaper from Royal Sovereign Ltd, but you know, you can get different kinds. So you just look for something like this with a little rubber tip on the end. Always helpful to have a pair of tweezers if you need to clean off your bottle, if there's any gunk in there. For super details, I like to use some toothpicks, just like that. I also use a toothpick to keep my bottle fresh. So if I'm using a bottle of this and I have to go away overnight and to come back later, I'll just do that to keep it fresh. We're ready to roll. Since I'm not gonna varnish it after, because I don't wanna ruin the beautiful gloss, I already have this varnished with Liquitex matte varnish. Use whatever varnish you want. That's the one that I like to use. Let's do this. I was doing a time lapse, but my hair got in the way, so I was losing the focus. So this is what I look like. This is what it looks like about halfway through. Here's what it looks like when it's still wet. The bottom part is kind of dry. It's like setting. It's sort of relaxed into place. In the E and in the V, it looks a little bit less like bubbly overall. I will show you some fully dry ones in a minute, but isn't it beautiful? And it looks a little milky when it's still wet, but it dries clear. It levels very well for a medium like this. It levels beautifully. even though we're seeing a little bit of a divot there. It's not always like that. And I can go back and touch that up if I want. Here's an example of one that I detailed. Like if you look inside of the programmed, the A of programmed, do you see how I kept the star matte? And then I did the gloss around it. And then in the word cannot, I did the same thing. So you can see how it looks there. Oh, and then in human, if you look at the A, you see that I glossed around the star but not in it. And here's another example of that, where this one says, trust your ideas, they're worth exploring. And if you look at their worth exploring, I kept their worth exploring unglossed. So I used my toothpick with that. And you see how it dries? It's a little textured, but it's pretty well level in comparison to your typical gloss varnish. It may not dry clear. It, you know, may not level out this well, but do you see how well this works? Another really nice benefit of this is when it's all matte, it might be a little hard to read. This makes it much easier to read. The letters are in gloss, so it doesn't get lost. You can appreciate the detail on a new level because you can actually read what it's trying to say a little easier. Here's a more straightforward example, and it's so nice and glossy. And here's another example. Couple more examples. This one I wanted to show you because I double glossed some of the words. So I didn't do the Y unpersonally and I didn't do the P impersonally, but I did the rest of the letters. So if you can see the difference in texture between freshly poured and one that's been, you know, drying and curing for days, you can see there's a little bit of texture on this one. Now on the P and on the Y, but I'm not really sure yet if that has anything to do with how I've had it packaged, because I did have this one packaged up. I had it packaged in some parchment paper and it doesn't stick. Parchment paper is great for non-stick, but I don't know how much of this texture I got from the parchment. So I think before this one goes, I'm going to gloss the P and the Y again too. But I just wanted to show you a little bit of an example of what it looks like, what the letters look like on a second glossing. And you see how that's leveling a divot in the center, which does not bother me, by the way. I mean, I still think it's very beautiful. It looks lovely. I wanted to show you this other example of some tiny letters, like skinny little tiny letters. And this one I just did. So is it still? I think the milkiness is almost gone. I think they're, oh crap, I hope it's set. Oh good, I didn't. Oh my gosh, that was scary. I thought that maybe I bashed something, but I didn't. See, look, everything was fine. So I did this one about 20 minutes ago. So it sets up pretty quickly. And I mean, you still have to be careful with it for sure. But it's nice, right? If you watched at the end of this video, definitely put a little palette in the comments section so I can shout you out and say thank you. Let me know if you want to see a video where I share best practices for this stuff, because I found a lot of like little tips and tricks to use this stuff. I'm new with this stuff, but I am learning as I go a lot of little detail things on how to use it best and things to keep in mind. There's some little things to keep in mind. I want you to have the best time using it and not get frustrated. Okay, let me know if you would like a video like that and I will make one for you. I hope you have a great day. Please like and subscribe, especially if you're watching to the end of this video. Thank you so much. I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.